Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me thank you to Sylvia and all the organizers to have this possibility for Unilever to be present in this conference. Thanks very much, and congratulations for this initiative. I'm going to talk about global diversity, and my idea is during this 20 minutes speech to sharing a couple of, to let you know about a couple of ideas. One idea and one contribution would be how we see the world, how we see the future of the world, and connecting it with global diversity. And secondly, I would like to share with all of you some practices, some programs that we have in Unilever in order that could be useful, helpful for you. Okay? Let me introduce, talk something about Unilever. Probably some of you know, some others not. Unilever is one of the, I would say, largest companies in fast-moving consumer goods in the world. We have 173,000 employees, 173,000 employees. We have local teams, global teams, virtual teams, remote teams, etc., categories, functions, etc. Okay? We have a turnover of 50 billion euros. We have our products are sold in 190 countries, and our products are used by 2 billion consumers in a single given day. So imagine the responsibility we have within our employees and within the society. We have around 400 brands. Let me show some of them. Our big brands, which are turnover, it's over that 1 billion in personal care, in foods, in refreshment, and home care. Those are the 4 categories that we have. And please let me show some of the local brands that we have in Spain. Some foods brands, home care, ice cream or refreshment, and personal care. So this is our vision. So we want to double the size of our company, but at the same time, reducing the environmental footprint that we are producing and also contributing to the society. So we are not here just for doubling the size of our business, but we want also to contribute to this society. We have many programs in place. We have some global programs and some local programs. We want to help 1 billion people to improve their health and well-being by 2020. We want to halve the environmental footprint in Unilever, but with our customers, with our suppliers, and why not with our consumers, that we are not arriving to it. And we also want to source 100% of our raw materials in a sustainable way. We want to contribute to our local communities. We have plenty of volunteers in our company that are open and able to reach and to impact in our local communities. If we are placed in somewhere in the north of Germany or in the south of Greece, etc., we have some programs to contribute directly to those societies. But one of the last figures that I want to show with you, it's an amazing figure that shows how the world is changing. So 57% of our turnover by the end of 2013 came from the emerging markets. If we compare with 2009, we had 49% coming from the emerging market. We have now 47, and we will be ending 2014 with 59% of turnover coming from the emerging markets, and we will be reaching 75 really, really soon. The growth, the contribution to the growth of Unilever really comes from there, around 80 and 90%. So this is really, really an amazing figure that gives us how the world is changing. Let me show a brief video that defines how we see the world. And it's a video that we produced and we made 2 years and a half ago, and the trends remain valid and even have been reinforced. Okay? Let me show this video. So the world will grow, and the world will change, and the world is changing. So I think here is we as HR manager, HR leaders, HR director, CEO, whoever, needs to have the responsibility to make our company understanding these new trends. Okay? We have to make our company able to understand them and able to adapt and to help or to welcome everyone. Those are our values: integrity, respect, responsibility, empowering spirit. And here is where our diversity and inclusion strategy starts from. And here is where diversity and inclusion strategy connect with our vision to contribute to the business growth. We are connecting our strategy in terms of diversity and inclusion with our business aims. If we are working in parallel, if we are having one vision or one strategy in terms of business and one strategy in terms of diversity and inclusion, and they are working in parallel, probably they're never gonna end up together. So we need to connect this. And really, we have been working for many years, maybe at around 10 years, in terms of gender balance, on diversity in terms of gender balance. We have been reaching great quotes in terms of women and men representation, balancing some markets. 42% of our managers in Europe are female, 58 are male, okay? But we are going beyond. We are thinking about and we are talking about culture, okay? And we are working on building an inclusive and performance culture. We are connecting inclusion and performance. Inclusion culture and performance culture. And we are having some different programs. Okay, it's going into the detail in order if you want to share, I want to share some of you. Winning Together, we are opening a platform. You have a platform that we are asking all employees how we want, or we could win in the market all together with different ways of working, with different ethnicities, with different nationalities, with different kind of teams, etc. But we can propose and we can create different platforms to winning all together. We are training our managers in terms of inclusive leadership. All of the, let's say, committee of directors of each country have been trained on this, on inclusive leadership behaviors. We are supporting our employees and we are supporting their families. And we are also, we're trying to personalize the life cycle or the career options in the different life cycles. We are experiencing different life cycles in the last years. You know, people get married on the 20s and the 30s some years ago. Now it's on the 20th, the 30th, the 40th, and the 50th. And starting a family on the 20th and the 30th. And now we are starting families in the 30th, in our 40th, and sometimes in our 50s. And probably these new trends are changing the balance, the professional and personal balance, and we need to take into account this. We need to create this internal capability, and we have a strong network of, would say, diversity champions or leaders. This is a group of people, okay, coming from different functions. This is not an HR-related area, but coming from different functions who are working on creating this inclusive performance culture. They are spreading the word. They are leading by example. They are role modeling, and we are creating this network. We are spreading and creating this culture. Let me show some of the areas that we are talking and we are training our manager when we are talking about talent. It's really important in our talent decision, in our talent conversations, not just about the internal people, but also when we are recruiting, but also when we are connecting and we are negotiating with our suppliers, connecting with our customers, that we need to be really conscious of our unconscious biases. Probably you will know this is the blind spot that we have, but we as a company need to propose and we need to reinforce that probably we could have these unconscious biases. Some of them are the most common are in terms of gender, others in terms of me. I'm really supporting someone who really reminds me of myself. And others is related to career breaks. I'm able to understand that this person reporting into me is going to take a sabbatical because of a personal purpose? And what about when he or she is coming into the company again? She will follow the person or the professional career that she or he had previously. The other is the command of English or any language spoken in a conversation, or about the agile working. Probably I'm going to talk more detail later on. Why I cannot consider this person contributing to the business but not close to me? Maybe he's in the other part of the world, but he or she are really contributing to the business. Or the introversion and extroversion. Oh, this guy is not really fitting with Unilever mode. Why? He's not funny, but he probably has a very analytical thinking or a strategic brains, or even the physical appearance. So these are the common trends and the common biases that probably most of us could have. Don't be afraid of this, but we need to train our people, our managers especially, when we are talking and taking decisions about talent. And what we do, we recognize, and we try to recognize the uniqueness of everyone. We are really different. Diversity is about this. It's not just about gender, it's not just about nationality, it's the way the people are. Okay? We need to remember that there are many, many differences to arrive to the same results. Okay? And to how more of the diverse would be, or different would be the approaches that somebody is bringing, the higher performance the team will have. We also need to understand that we have unconscious biases, as I mentioned before. We need to speak up, okay? When we spot exclusion. Okay? We cannot create insiders or outsiders. And then we need to stick to the facts. Assumption, perceptions, feeling when talking about talent are damaging probably. We need to really go down to the facts. This is some of the tips that we are training, talking, engaging with our managers. And then we also want to empower our employees with a powerful, I would say powerful concept that we have in Unilever, which is the leadership moment. The leadership moment is a point in time that you are facing, that you have to take a challenge, decision, contribution, discussion, for example. And you as an employee have to empower, and we have to trust on you that you have to take a choice. You can hold it off, keeping this unsaid, undecided, creating a gap, or on the other way, you can engage. Okay? You can unlock your potential, your energy, and make the most of your contribution. We want to create, and we are creating this kind of environment that provokes the employee coming with their contribution, with the contribution. Another point that is really related with Blanca has been presenting, it's about agile working. We are also creating this space, this environment where we want the employee to work as much flexible as possible. So in terms of flexibility, obviously, it's not just talking about working from home. It's more a broader concept. We are relying on technology in places and in practices. And we want the employee to have the bigger contribution working wherever they are, or anywhere, or anytime. Obviously not impacting on the others, right? But we have some of best practices in Unilever in terms of global agile working program. Those are some of the places that we have. Our offices in Barcelona. In creating this environment and connecting with empowerment and agile working, I want to share you the last video, which is a real story. It's a story of Alfonso. It's a colleague that I have, and he's been working in Unilever. He's now currently working in Unilever, but in Rotterdam. And he combined the empowerment that the company is bringing, and also the agile working concept. Let me show the video, please.
En 2010 tuve la suerte de participar en el Ironman de Niza. La primera vez que oí hablar de esta carrera me pareció algo imposible. Nadar casi 4 kilómetros en mar abierto, 180 kilómetros en bicicleta y una maratón en el mes de junio. Pensé, si puedo hacer esto, puedo hacer cualquier cosa. Para enfrentarme al reto, formé equipo con varios compañeros del trabajo. Natación a primera hora, spinning al mediodía o salir a correr después de trabajar. Y en la recta final de mi preparación, entrené hasta 20 horas a la semana. El día de la carrera estaba muy nervioso. No quería fallar a los que me habían apoyado y a la vez quería vivir toda esa experiencia. Recuerdo la salida y todavía se me pone la piel de gallina. 3000 valientes esperando la cuenta atrás para correr hacia el agua. Sonaba la música, los helicópteros sobrevolaban la playa y mi pulso se aceleraba todavía más. Pensé, estoy preparado y repasé mentalmente la carrera. 3, 2, 1... Trabajar en Unilever fue esencial para poder prepararme. Mi jefe y mis compañeros confiaron en mí y me apoyaron en todo momento. Trabajando en Unilever he conocido a mucha gente. He crecido profesional y personalmente. Pero sobre todo, he compartido experiencia con grandes personas.
Para mí era muy importante saber que...
Okay, this is the story of Alfonso. It is a real story. And Alfonso made his dream come true because we were providing the environment. We were also having this agile working program, and we asked him to make his career by him. The career is made by you in Unilever. We are also providing the tools, environment, etc., but you are the leader of your career, as it has been mentioned in some of the speeches. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. Like see these kids smiling, and I hope this can make their dream come through as Alfonso did it in this changing but amazing world. Thanks very much.